The following is a CBS 31U special.
Baseball is an international sport. It doesn't matter if I'm standing on a ball field in Illinois or another country. The international language of baseball, or softball for that matter, is well known. For the next hour, we'll see how 100 Illinois teenagers, parents, and coaches spoke that language in Cuba, representing the United States in a goodwill tour of baseball and softball games. It was all made possible because of a sport that goes beyond the political differences that have separated the two nations for nearly half a century. Let's play ball in Cuba.
Line drive ground ball, Mac. Come on, babe.
It was a fantastic idea that picked up momentum and became the trip of a lifetime for some of the best young athletes in Illinois. An all-star team of 14-year-old baseball players from across the state would go to Cuba on a friendship tour.
Go, Diego, get the outs. 1, 2, 3, let's go.
Accompanying them, a 13-year-old girls softball team from the Bloomington Normal area.
That's it, go, go, go!
Nick Nelson was the man responsible for organizing this trip.
We just cannot understand the interest and that it's commanded from people. But I mean, when people hear we're going to Cuba, it's oh, you're going to Cuba, or here's some money, we'll help you out any way you can. It's just been unbelievable. I mean, but somehow Cuba has touched the imagination of the people back home in such a way. I can't explain it, but it must be the mystique of Castro and communism and stuff. And quite honestly, if Castro's not alive, I don't know how much I want to come to Cuba. I mean, to come here while Castro's still alive is a big part of why we're here.
This trip comes 2 years after Governor George Ryan visited the island, and because of that connection, a month before the trip, Ryan welcomed the ball players into his Springfield office for pictures and a chance to talk about the upcoming adventure.
First game will be on Saturday. It'll be a doubleheader for both the girls and the boys.
All right, guys. Good luck to all of you.
Thank you, Governor.
Come home. We'll give you a trophy when you get home.
Together, the teams are called the Illinois McDonald's Mitsubishi All-Stars. But at the most fundamental level, it was just a road trip to play ball.
I brought one pair of nice pants and shirt for the welcoming ceremony.
A day before the trip, outfielder Tyler Swearingen was going through his bags, making sure everything was in order, and thinking about the unique experience to come.
It's kind of something that brings the two countries together, actually, even though everything around them is different. This just kind of comes together around baseball, and I think that's pretty cool.
I think Mom's got some things in store for him.
Tyler's dad, Kurt, thinks it's pretty cool his son will have the opportunity to play baseball in Cuba, but he's more interested in having Tyler observe life there and better appreciate his situation here.
I don't know if he understands the significance of this. Overwhelming in that it's hard for us to get him to understand the significance of it. We've traveled quite a bit as a family. We try to take family vacations, and we do go to different places. It's hard to get him to understand that this isn't just another one of those family vacations.
I say passport, passport, passport. He forgot his passport.
Finally, on June 21st, everyone gathered in Miami to hop the flight to Cuba. Walking through security and flashing their passports, it was a case of hurry up and wait.
100 people a year and a half later. So.
A trip that took many months to plan was now delayed several hours because the plane wasn't ready.
And they have not arrived to our gate yet.
It was just the first of many delays.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Excited?
Eric Osling was also in charge of planning the trip.
It's been a major hassle. It's in law we use the word ambulatory, which means it's changing every second, every minute, constantly changing, and that's what it is.
If you go on a vacation, and let's say you're going to Disneyland, and everything's perfect. You drive there, everything was wonderful, the hotel was right, you go, everything was on time and stuff. It's a great vacation. Let's say you go there and you had trouble with the hotel room, or this happened or that happened. The trip you talk about is the trip that you had problems with. My fear was that we'd have a storm or someone not get on a plane.
1, 2.
To fill the time, kids played cards and worked on their Spanish.
Me llamo Kevin. What's that? How do you pronounce it, dude?
While the parents were checking and rechecking their tickets. And Nick Nelson was
so.
still moving around, asking important questions.
So, did you guys have fun at the pool?
Yes.
So, who's the best looking boy?
Oh my gosh,
Donnie?
It was also during this time everyone became aware that in Cuba, Tyler Swearingen would celebrate his 15th birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tyler. Happy birthday to you.
We'll be boarding those people seated between rows 15 through 20.
Finally, it was time to grab the bags. It was time to flash the tickets. It was time to board the plane. It was time to play ball in Cuba.
And when we took off on the plane and we leave the United States, there was that sense of apprehension. Everybody had it. And when we landed, you had that whole sense of what's this about? And you go back in this cubicle and they check in and everybody had that scary look in their eye. It's going to be a great experience for those kids.
There's more to come on this Cuban adventure. It's time to play ball. We'll take you to the opening ceremonies at the Yankee Stadium of Cuba and much more. And later on, see some of the interesting ways to get around Havana. Plus, get a taste of the Cuban nightlife.